Hello film lovers, and welcome to a brand new series. I often get asked by people what either my favourite movies are, or if I have film recommendations for people. It's very easy when people ask both of these questions to point to some of my mainstream favourites, films which are widespread and well regarded as classics of cinema by audiences. So I originally considered a straight look at some of my favourite movies, and why I have such deep regard for them. But then I reconsidered. I watch a large quantity of movies, many of which do not have the same attention of the latest blockbuster, action or superhero film, and so I decided to challenge myself. My aim with this series is to showcase movies which I love, that have not got the attention or notoriety they deserve. Any and all genres and categories apply, and I'm just looking for quality. Of course, for my views on more mainstream entertainment, there will be a number of other YouTube videos and lists where I discuss those, but I thought it would be fun to open the eyes of many to the independent market and why they're producing some of the greatest hits of cinema. And I'm starting with a movie released in January of this year in the UK, September in the United States, called The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse was directed by Robert Eggers in only his second feature, and we'll discuss his first in a later video. It stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson as two New England lighthouse keepers, or wickies, who become stranded by a storm, and when alcohol isolation and the supernatural hauntings combine, the two men slowly descend into madness. The film is a psychological horror comedy, with elements of the supernatural incorporated, to create a masterclass in atmosphere, tension, and cinematography.
How long have we been on this rock? 5 weeks? 2 days? Help me to recollect.
The film is shot in black and white, with a 1:91 aspect ratio, creating a truly unique experience which immerses you in the late 19th century. I cannot stress enough how eye-gasmic the cinematography is within this film. Yaron Blaschke crafts every shot to create exactly its desired effect, seeping dread into you at every turn. The direction is also stellar, with Robert Eggers once again proving his status as one of the best up-and-coming directors working today. There are 3 key aspects I would like to focus on, however. Firstly, the acting. There are only 4 actors in the entire film: Pattinson, Dafoe, Logan Hawkes in a role which would be a spoiler to refer to, and Valeria Karaman as a mermaid, who isn't prominent enough on screen to effectively discuss. So that leads the principal actors, Pattinson and Dafoe. I've always loved Willem Dafoe. From The Last Temptation of Christ to Spider-Man to At Eternity's Gate, he is one of my favourite actors to observe on screen, with his immense versatility. Robert Pattinson, on the other hand, had a reputation to recover after the atrocity of the Twilight Saga, and his switch to the independent scene has revitalised his career, constantly bettering himself to become one of the best working actors. If you don't believe he has the acting chops for Batman, watch Cosmopolis, The Rover, The Lost City of Z, Good Time, and then The Lighthouse, then come back and apologise. Both men are staggering in this, with heavy accents masterfully executed, and a fantastic contrast between the two.
Just looking to earn a living, just like any man. Starting new.
On the run.
Creating organic tension which resonated heavily with me as an audience member. Dafoe won Best Supporting Actor at the Independent Film Awards, and Robert Pattinson narrowly lost to Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems, another wonderful performance. It's a real shame neither gained an Academy Award nomination, as both deserved them. The second aspect worth discussing is the joint screenplay by Robert and Max Eggers. The Eggers partnership has been known for their period-heavy dialogue on works such as The Witch, which was set in the 17th century. This uses real lingo and dialogue from lighthouse keepers taken from a heavy amount of research. The screenplay is inspired by, and certainly evocative of, the work of Edgar Allan Poe. Take a look at this scene, which happens to be my favourite scene in the film, and observe the complexity and intricacy of Dafoe's monologue. This could easily come across as pretentious and dull to some, but in the context of the film, it's terrifying.
Danny! Let Neptune strike ye dead, Winslow! Hark! Hark! Triton! Hark! Bellow! Bid our father, the Sea King, rise from the depths full foul in his fury. Black waves teeming with salt foam, to smother this young mouth with pungent slime.
The period-elevated language enables the tension to jump from the screen and create the feeling of classic literature. It's truly a sight to see.
You're fond of me lobster, ain't you?
The final element to discussing the score by Mark Corvin, which uses non-diegetic music as well as diegetic sound effects to truly tantalising effect, bridging the gap between dark and intense and soft and provoking. The foreboding nature of every note drenches you in unease, and that is the mastery of The Lighthouse. The unease of every individual moment. The humour lands too, but it's all in the name of suspense, drawing you in with false senses of security and then hitting you over the head with its madness. It may not be for everyone, and if you don't like slow, anticipative movies without hard answers, I'd steer clear. But if you're open to be challenged and watch a masterclass in filmmaking, The Lighthouse is certainly a sight to see.